Hi all, welcome back, and today's session is going to be understanding important Azure terminology. So very quickly the agenda, we are going to understand what is an organization, subscription, licenses, user accounts and tenant in the Azure world, and also what are the different authentication models for your subscription, whether it is a work account or a personal account. So an organization, as the name represents, it's a business entity like your company, right, which is going to use multiple cloud offerings. Typically, it is identified by one or more domain name systems like contoso.com or somecompany.com, right? And an organization is nothing but it's in the topmost of the hierarchy. It is a container for subscriptions. It could have a given organization could have one subscription or even multiple subscriptions. So continuing, subscription is the next level in the hierarchy. It is an agreement between Microsoft and the company to be able to use one or more cloud platforms or services, right? So in our previous tutorials, we've understood what are the different cloud offerings: PaaS, SaaS, and IaaS, right? SaaS-based cloud offerings like Office 365, Intune, Enterprise Mobility Suite, Dynamics 365, etc. They all charge per user license. And PaaS and IaaS cloud offerings, especially the Azure, charged based on the cloud resource consumption. Again, as I mentioned already, an organization can have one or multiple subscriptions. And we need to remember that subscription is mainly for billing, administrative, and reporting purposes. Resources present in different subscriptions can still interact with each other. There is no technical limitation as such, but it is mainly for billing and other administration purposes. So diagrammatically, if we have to represent, you have an organization which is in the topmost hierarchy, let us say contoso.com, and these are the different subscriptions. The Office 365 subscription is a SaaS-based subscription, which could be a license model, and then you have also Intune and Dynamic 365 subscriptions on a similar licensing model. And then you have Azure subscription, which is primarily on the consumption model for PaaS and IaaS related offerings. And one organization thus can have multiple subscriptions. So after organization and subscriptions, the next important thing is a license. Let's look at license as well as under three categories: SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS cloud offerings. So for the SaaS offering, license can be thought of as a contract which will allow a particular user to use the software for a month or annually based on what is the kind of contract that you have signed up with Microsoft, and you will be charged a fixed fee for that month or annual as part of your subscription. Okay, so the administrators assign licenses to the individual users in the subscriptions. So for example, if we really look at Office 365 subscriptions, there are multiple types of subscriptions. You have Pro Plus, E1, E3, E5, right? What are included in the subscription you can see here, right? For example, if it's a Pro Plus subscription, then you get all the Office apps: PowerPoint, Word, Excel, OneNote, and Microsoft Access. And email and calendar is partially included, but E1, E3, and E5, you get email and calendar fully included. You have Teams, SharePoint, and Yammer are included fully in the E1, E3, E5 licenses. OneDrive, Stream, Sway applications are also included here. Some of the task management applications are like Power Apps, Power Automate, Planner are included in E3 and E5. You don't get that in E1. In short, what I mean to say is that if you have signed up 50 E1 licenses as part of your organization, then administrators can assign these 50 licenses to individual users and they can start using the software which is present in that license. For Azure PaaS-based cloud services, the licenses are directly built into the service pricing. For example, if you're using Azure SQL as a PaaS service, then the license cost is already built into the service pricing. You don't have to again purchase a separate license to be able to use the Azure SQL as a PaaS service. And for Azure EAS based virtual machines, if you require additional licenses to be able to use the software or install any application on your virtual machine, then you'll have to procure additional licenses. Moving on, so diagrammatically, if we try to represent, this is the topmost in hierarchy organization. One organization has multiple subscriptions and each subscription can have multiple licenses. So for SaaS-based offerings like Office 365, Intune, Dynamic 365, you can have multiple licenses which can be assigned to the users by your administrators. And Azure subscription, as we have seen, it is a consumption-based model. And then the software licensing is built into the service for PaaS, and for EAS, you will have to purchase the licenses separately. So in the next is a user account. A user account is for the purpose of being able to assign a license to a user. Okay, so it's like an identity for a given user. All the users are stored in the Azure Active Directory, also the AD tenant as we call, and the tenant contains all the information about the users as well as groups. Now this particular AD tenant can either be synchronized with your existing Active Directory using Azure AD Connect, which is a Windows Server based service, which was also called rsync or directory sync previously, or you can freshly create the user accounts directly on your Azure AD tenant as well. So tenant is nothing but Azure Active Directory tenant, which is a specific instance of Azure Active Directory which contains all the user accounts and groups. So diagrammatically, if we have to represent organization, and then we have subscription and the different licenses. And the licenses, it is very important that every license goes to each user account, which are all present inside your Azure Active Directory tenant. Okay. So you have basically for every subscription, you have a 1:1 match, a mapping between the Azure Active Directory tenant and the subscription. So let's look at the Azure subscription. So there are multiple types of Azure subscriptions available. The first one is a free subscription, which we will be using for the purpose of our tutorials. And we'll also see what do we get in the free subscription in the next slide. And then you have pay-as-you-go subscription, where you give your credit card details, and based on the contract, whether it is a monthly or an annual subscription, you pay to Microsoft as and when, for the amount of consumption that you have. In addition, you have an enterprise agreement that this kind of subscription is for the larger enterprises which have kind of committed to Microsoft that there will be X amount of usage definitely or above, and based on that commitment you get a negotiated pricing for your subscription, which which is beneficial for the subscribers. Additionally, you can also purchase the subscription through the partners or Azure solution providers. So you don't directly pay to Microsoft, but for the purpose of support as well as the validity of the subscription, you deal it with the partner. So that kind of subscription details, you can see it in this link. And then you have MSDN subscriptions, mostly for developers, for doing some POCs, etc. And then you have multiple types of subscriptions like Azure for students, which is free for students. You have limited amount of services that you can use it, but yes, This is another kind of subscription. So let's see what do we get in a free subscription. So a free subscription, you can go to Microsoft Azure website and go to this particular link, and what you get is $200 credit or 13,300 rupees, Indian rupees, for the first 30 days. You can see more details in this particular link. Let's try to go here and see. So if you go here, what you get is 12 months of popular free services, and then this is the amount of credit, and then you have 25 plus services which are always free. Okay, so what are the products that are free for 12 months? You have managed text, blob storage, file storage, and multiple other things that you can get always for free for 12 months. Okay, and then below are always free app services 10 functions. This is the number of requests, 10 lakh requests per month you get for free. 1 lakh grid operations per month is what you get for free. Dev test labs. Okay, so this is very important for you. Do I need to pay anything for the Azure free account? No, you get 30,000 credit which is free, which you can spend during the first 30 days only. So what happens at the end of the 12 months? You will have to upgrade to the different subscriptions that we just talked, right? Either pay as you go, enterprise, or you can contact a partner. Okay, if you do not uh, basically upgrade to any other subscription, then your account will be disabled, right? And then you will not be able to use any of the free services as well. Okay, what do you need to sign up for this free account? You need a phone number, credit card, and a Microsoft or a GitHub account. Okay, so let's try to create a free account for our demo purposes. So let's go to this link here again. Let's click on start free. So we need to follow these steps where we will be asked important information about the account. Okay, so this is about me. It has pre-filled some information. I'm going to insert my phone number and okay, it's going to call me. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to verify the code. So after the phone verification, it's going to ask me the identity verification by credit card, Visa card, or MasterCard. Okay, so I'm going to again pause the video. Entering the credit card information, it is now going to take me to the transaction completion page. And now I say that after I verified information, my identity by the card, I agree to the subscription, and then I can click on sign up. Please note that my card is not yet going to get charged. It's only after the end of the free period, which is 30 days, I'll be asked for a confirmation whether I want to upgrade to a paid subscription. The reason Microsoft takes the credit card information prior is to avoid any fraudulent usage of the free subscriptions. Now it's trying to set up my free account, and once this is done, I can now go to the portal. So in the portal, if I look for subscriptions, I can see a free trial subscription which has been added, and I am the account admin for this subscription. The current cost is not available yet because we just enabled the subscription and the status is active. We'll be using this free trial subscription for all our demos, and we'll try to complete this tutorial before the subscription disables. Alright, so going back to the slide, we have created a free subscription, and in addition we have learned some key terminology in Azure of organization, subscription, licenses, user accounts, and tenants, and how we have used a personal account to create a subscription, which is my Outlook account. Similarly, if you are part of an organization, let us say Contoso, and then you have your organization set up a subscription for you, you can log into your subscription using your work account, which would be something at the rate contoso.com or anything similar to that, and then you can get access to the subscription. In the upcoming videos, we'll get into further details of how to create resources on your Azure subscription. Please stay tuned. Thank you.